Okay, so to show you how to do a PDF, your colorized photo. This is what we're going to do. Okay. So you're going to place your colorized photo on a page with the original photo, both on the same page. You can use InDesign to create a letter-sized document. I'm going to show you all this stuff. You're going to make two rectangles on the page. You can use Photoshop to resize it at 300 dpi. You can save them each with Edit. You're going to place the two images using InDesign. When you use InDesign, which is a document program, you don't edit, paste pictures. You're going to go to File, Place. It's different. Then you're going to save the document, and then you're going to File, Export PDF, and then you're done. The PDF is something you can send to other people. They can see it on their phone. They can see it on a computer or whatever. You can't send an InDesign file to everybody because not everybody has InDesign. So that's why we're doing that. Okay, so that's what's going on. So just start out. Let me show you what's going on with this. In my folder, this is my period 1 folder for Colorize. In my folder, I've got two images. Okay, there's the original, and this is the one that was colorized. Okay, because it was made black and white, and I used the brush tool and various tools with color and Photoshop to colorize it. All right, so those are the two. All right, so I need to make an InDesign file. I'll show you where that is. If you type in your search, you go to. By the way, I'm making a recording of this, and you'll be able to go back and watch this again if you want to. So if I just type IND and keep going, all right, here's InDesign. All right, so InDesign, my computer. Okay, once InDesign is open, this is how it'll look on your screen too. I had something else going. So you go to InDesign and you go to Create New, or you can go to File, New, same thing, Document. Doesn't matter, Create New or File New. I want to use Print and a letter-sized document. Okay, now I'm going to use a portrait because my two pictures are horizontal. Okay, so I'm going to use portrait. You'll see what I'm talking about here. And I'm hit print. Oh, we're hit create. So on here, I'm going to use the rectangle tool, and I need to draw two identical rectangles on here, okay, about the same shape as my pictures. All right, and I believe if you go to, if you make it, you could make it 4 by 6, which would be, let's say, 36 by 24 picas, which is the same as 6 by 4 inches. That should work out. Okay, so here's one rectangle. Now watch when I go left and right, you see those pink lines appear. If I go down to the middle, I get that. Those are smart guys. They tell you where the middle is. But I want to put this in the middle, near the top. I'm going to put a header above it, but that's left and right. That's good. I'm going to copy that. Control C, Control V, copy and paste. I just put a duplicate on there. So there's two. I'm using these lines to line it up. So you don't want to have it like that because that's not lined up. They're off center. I want to click it. I want to make sure that they're both in the middle. All right, and then at the top, I'm going to put, I'll put colorize, all right, and I'll center that, and I can change the fonts. Don't use Minion Pro, use anything but Minion Pro. The reason is Minion Pro is the default, and I want you to choose a font, okay? You leave it as Minion Pro, and that just means you're lazy and you're not changing it, right? You choose something, and you can go over here and change the size of that. Great. I also need to have my name on here. So I'll get the text tool again. I can draw a new text frame. All right, and then I'll put my name on this also, and this can go right above the red line at the top is fine. Call it pink line. All right, so if I go over here and right mouse click on this last button in the toolbox, I can go to preview. That's what I've got so far. Now the two boxes, they don't have any lines on them. So I can go to normal, okay. You can click on it, and then the appearance of this, I can give it a 1-point line, And then I go to preview. So now I'll see there's a line on that box. I can click on it and I can go over to, make it thicker, whatever. But you guys just need just a 1-point line is fine. Okay, this is all about the picture. Don't give me, a bunch of snazziness. We're just doing the pictures. I want people to look at this and see that there are 2 different pictures, that one was colorized differently. Okay, so I'm just making them 2 boxes with 2 solid lines. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. So far, so good? Everyone happy? Okay, so this box is 4 by 6 inches. It's 4 by 6 inches, and it's also 24 by 36 picas. Either way, I need to go to my folder and open up these pictures in Photoshop. Okay, and I'll open them both up. Okay, I'm going to use the crop tool. Okay, crop tool. This is important. You've got to set your crop tool to what you want. It's like when you drive. You don't just get into a rental car and you start driving. You got to change the seat. You got to change the mirrors. You got to adjust everything just right so it's comfortable for you to drive safely. It's like when you pick up a camera that you're borrowing. You don't just pick up a camera and start shooting it. You got to set the settings to where you want. So when you use the crop tool, look, we were using ratio yesterday in a different class for something else, and that's important. But I'm going to change this to width, height, resolution, because I want this to be 6 inch. I'm going to use picas, I guess, 24 picas. Okay, by 36 pica. I think I got to switch it. We'll see. Okay, I got to switch it because 36 should come first. So there you go. So it's 36 by 24 pica. It's the same as if I were to put in here 6 IN. Okay, 6 inches, 36 picas, same thing because there's 6 picas to an inch. All right. So you want to use inches? You can type in 6 IN, or you want to use picas? You can type in 36 space PICA. Either way. Okay, but you notice it's horizontal now, a little bit of space top and bottom, that's okay. This, super important, you gotta leave that at 300. Don't leave it blank, okay? Make sure it's at 300. Make sure it's not at 72, all right? And then I'm gonna hit this check right here, or the enter button on my keyboard, either way. All right, and it looks bigger. I can go Control-0, Control-. Okay, but this picture now, I can go to image, image size. It's 4 by 6 at 300, perfect. Because I just had the settings for that and I apply it. So I'm not going to save it because I don't want to wreck the original. I want to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to put the word with underscore. Edit. So this is my color one with edit. Hit save. 12, based on standard. If your computer is on 8, got to bring this up to 12. Okay. All right. So that one's done. All right, and there's this one. Same exact thing. Same exact. Okay. So I can hit check, and then I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to put underscore edit. Okay. And then 12 standard. Now it'll be in the same settings you just had, so that's good about Photoshop. It'll leave the previous settings, so I have to keep changing all the time. I'll hit OK, and then close that down. I'm done with Photoshop. Now in my folder, you'll see now I've got the original 2 pictures, and then I've got 2 more with edit. Those are new ones. Okay, so back to InDesign, I have to click on the edge of the box. If it's a hollow box, I click it, I can't get it. You have to click on the edge of it so you get the line. Because this box is filled with nothing. I could fill it with paper and it'll look the same and then I can get it easily, but I'm just going to fill it with the picture now. It's going to be File, Place. It's not Edit, Paste. That's we use Edit, Paste for words. I'm going to go File, Place. I'm going to navigate to my folder in period 1, in this case. My colorize folder, okay? I don't care which one you put first. Doesn't matter to me, okay? Here's the first one. Hit open. Goes right in there. Okay. We click on this one. Go to File, Place. Here's the other one, because it says Edit. And it goes right in there. See, so it's colorized. Here's my name. There's two different ones on there, so I can print these out, put them on the wall, and people can say, oh, look, they colorized the picture. Okay. Now, it's untitled right now. See how it says Untitled 3? Because I didn't save it yet. I'm going to go to File, Save As. I need to navigate to the same place, which is going to be period 1, my folder in period 1. Whoops. In the colorized folder. Now it looks like it's empty, right? Because this is going to be the first and only InDesign document in there. But there are other files in there. But this is the only InDesign document. So I'm going to call it Colorize, my last name, my first name. That's the name of it. The reason I can call it that, well, there's other files in there called the same thing, is because it's an InDesign document. It's the only one of those. So that's in there. Now, the final thing I got to do is go to File, and then I'm going to export a PDF for print. That's important. Make sure you check that. Interactive means you're making it for an iPhone, for example, or a smartphone, for the internet. But I want to do it for print, so the resolution is better. I can print it on paper to look good. So make sure it's on PDF for print. It's called the same thing. If you save it as an InDesign document first, then you save it, then you export it, it'll be the same name. Colorize, your last name, first name, and then hit save. It's going into the same place. Okay, like that. And then high quality print, just it's all good. Hit export, and then it's done. You're not all done until, by the way, I'm going to close it and save it again because it just exported. It wants to know if I want to save my export. So you're not all done until you go to your folder and check it, because you want to make sure that everything got there that's supposed to. Now look at all the stuff I have. I've got the InDesign document here that I created. I've got the PDF that was created. There's the Photoshop one I'd be using last week when I was colorizing this thing. And then here are my two original images, and those are my two edited ones. All right? And then by Friday, you're going to be turning in the PDF in Google Classroom. If I double click that one, there's my PDF. You can go Control-0 on your keyboard, and that's how it's going to look. Piece of paper. All right? All right, so let me know if you have any questions.